Good evening. Welcome to Have I Got News for You? I'm Katherine Ryan. In the news this week, looking to boost her public profile in 2018, Labour's Emily Thornberry doesn't hold back at the Strictly Come Dancing auditions. At a department store in Leicester, there's evidence that the boss's son may not be taking his work experience seriously enough. And in London, there are fears the RSPCA may have developed a paramilitary wing. On Ian's team tonight, a writer and co-presenter of Pointless, whose many talents include TV production, appearing on quiz shows, and pretending to enjoy Alexander Armstrong's Christmas album. Please welcome Richard Osman. And with Paul tonight, an actor and comedian whose Fringe show was described as one of the most breathtaking monologues you'll see in Edinburgh. Well, unless you've ever tried to pay a Scottish taxi driver with an English tenor. Please welcome Desiree Burch. And we start with the bigger stories of the week. Paul and Desiree, take a look at this.
Oh, yes, Town Crier. This is about one of the happier unions between this country and America. Oh, there's the royal family out on a night out. So, yeah, this is good news for the royal family and royal watchers that Prince Harry and Meghan, is it?
Yeah.
Are getting married next year.
You must be the only person who doesn't know her name.
Yeah, I kind of sort of haven't been following it, to be honest. Meghan something.
Markle.
Really?
Yes, she's Chancellor of Germany.
And she's also a little old lady detective who solves crime.
Oh, yes. He's getting married to Margaret Rutherford.
Yeah, that's...
So, yeah, they're getting married in May because there's a baby due in April. His brother's having a baby and...
His brother's having a baby?
Yeah.
They've moved on.
Yeah. Quite progressive now.
Exactly, yeah. So William and the one he's married to.
He's married to Poirot.
Poirot. That's the one, Poirot, yeah.
How have you avoided this big news?
Well, because I don't live next door to them, I can sort of just turn the TV off when it comes on.
You don't feel like partaking in their joy?
No.
No.
I do think there's some people who said, oh, there's other things going on in the world, why are people going on about it? I genuinely think, as a country, we've seen that little boy grow up and he lost his mum and he's turned into this rather mischievous, naughty, sort of funny, kind boy, and he's obviously met someone lovely and he's getting married. And I think if you can't take a bit of joy at that, what can you take joy at, I think?
Oh, that's nice, Richard.
Can I just say you've all lost your edge? I'm disappointed in you. It's just nice that it's not Brexit or Trump.
Yeah.
I know that's the next two rounds, but...
It's everything else.
It's a short break. It's a fantasy holiday.
So is that the right answer?
It is. This is further evidence of the acceptance of minority ethnic people as a beautiful American actress is set to wed a ginger person.
So here's the thing I don't get, because when I was reading all of the million stories about them, it said that they met on a blind date. How do you go on a blind date with a prince? It's like, okay, so tell me more about him. And it's like, okay, well, he's a redhead. I know you like that. And then it's like, what does he do for a living? Well, he was in the military, but then he's now just kind of living off the state.
Well, in America, they had an entire reality show, something to the effect of Who Wants to Marry Harry? And they had all these women, Bachelor style, vying for the tiara. And they just stuck in any old random ginger actor, and they believed it was him. They're like, I think I'm the one to be the princess. I really like Harry. They didn't know. Is he not?
So I lost a long-standing bet that he was going to get married to a Kardashian. I'm gutted.
Ah.
I thought it would have been lovely to unite the two great houses.
Which one do you feel like you'd marry?
Name them for me.
Obviously, the press devoted a lot of pages to the story. The Mail went with, the stars were all aligned. The Express went with, the look of love. The Sun, she's the one. But the Star went with, let's all have it, orf.
What is that?
It's a posh way of saying
It's not really orf. It's orf.
Let's have it orf.
They're suggesting a bank holiday, which we're not going to have.
No, really?
Yeah, seems a shame. I tell you what, you'll have the day off if you get invited, though. This would be a good place to pitch for that.
Yeah.
You've done a very good pronunciation of orf.
Orf.
Somehow I
feel my invite won't be on the way.
So wait, you get a holiday when royals get married? You get to have the day off to like watch it on television?
That's why we got them.
It's not always a day off, but Theresa May could have let us have a holiday anyway, like the whole week off, because she won't be around in the spring to worry about it anyway. How did Jeremy Corbyn express his delight at the news?
Oh, you sang? Oh, Meghan Merkel.
I'm just hearing an invitation being ripped up.
Jeremy Corbyn tried to express his delight at the news, but he was betrayed by typical BBC anti-Corbyn bias. When he meant to say how much he admired Harry and his brother, the subtitles machine had Corbyn as saying he really admired Harry and Hezbollah. What does the immediate future hold for Meghan?
They got to decide who's to go to for Christmas. Is it Balmoral, or is it... Where's she from?
Well, she's from LA and her dad lives in Mexico, so definitely go see her side of the family for the holidays.
Yeah.
I imagine they'll be going to Balmoral. That's my guess.
Yes.
I imagine the Queen will have put her foot down.
You're coming to Balmoral with us, all right?
Yeah. I've told you 14 times, you're not going to Mexico.
Right, put on a paper hat and pretend you're enjoying yourself.
I love the fact that the royal family put on crowns on Christmas.
Paper hat.
Well, Meghan will get to see it all. She'll have to spend Christmas with the entire royal family at Sandringham, where, according to the Telegraph, they'll celebrate Christmas like the rest of us, playing traditional party games. Maybe they'll play a board game.
Yes.
Pointless, maybe, Richard?
The board game is not great, I'm going to be honest with you. It's not brilliant.
That's the first non-advert I've ever heard.
Meghan is a big fan of Pointless. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Here she is on an American chat show appearance where she insisted on this as her walk-in music.
Please welcome the lovely Meghan Markle, everybody. Meghan Markle. Wow, you look sensational.
You allowed to say that on television? Seems to have forgotten to wear her trousers.
The audience were obviously very disappointed that it wasn't Richard walking out on the stage.
Oh, they'd have loved that.
It's Pointless music.
I know it is. Honestly, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to record 4 shows. Let's do it.
Well, I mean, she does look sensational. She looks sensational.
Yeah, she does look fantastic.
I don't understand how you get the right balance of nutrients to be that thin but have that much glossy hair.
Well, I can fill you in.
This is very happy news that Prince Harry is to marry his first wife. Meghan Markle's Instagram site proudly displays her feminist credentials with this motto: teach your daughters to worry less about fitting into glass slippers and more about shattering glass ceilings. In a way, she has smashed through a glass ceiling. 30 years ago, Prince Philip would have been making jokes about people of color. Now he's got one in the Secret Santa. Ian and Richard, take a look at this.
There's the turkey. That's the internet, I presume.
Yeah, Trump. His life continues to be a cross between Last of the Summer Wine and The Omen.
He's retweeted some stuff in the middle of the night, which is what he does. Is that the story?
It is. Trump retweeted a clip, and it was captioned, "Muslim migrant beats up Dutch boy on crutches." Now, Dutch officials have made it very clear the assailant in the video was neither Muslim nor a migrant. Other videos had a similar theme and were also questionably labeled. Who had tweeted these videos in the first place?
Well, it was this Britain First organisation. They're fringe fascists, and they put together this stuff. But, I mean, this is what ISIS does. It gets video clips out of context, chops them up, and then uses them to try and brainwash people. It's doing exactly the same thing. And you're the President of the United States, and you do that late at night in your underpants, looking at the television. I have no evidence for that.
You have no evidence either.
That is fake news. He is probably wearing pyjamas.
You know, they're suggesting now, because of what he said, these things that he retweeted, and then he had to go to Theresa May as well, that they should cancel the state visit. My view would be, bring it on. Let's have him over here. You know what? Let's make that a bank holiday. Imagine that. And we should imagine those streets as well, for young and old, Muslim, Christian, lining every street in Britain, booing an orange racist. That would be amazing.
I saw what you guys did to David Blaine.
There was a Labour MP that said he should come and he should be arrested for inciting racial hatred. Now, wouldn't that be a story?
That'd be good.
Arresting the President of the United States of America.
I bet the
does,
US wouldn't
like-
extradite him either.
Keep him.
All yours.
We've never heard of him.
Prime Minister Theresa May released a statement criticizing Trump's actions and accusing Britain first of peddling lies. How did Trump respond?
He was very rude to her. And he said, you concentrate on the Islamic terror in your midst.
He tweeted the wrong Theresa May at first.
Yeah.
It was another Theresa May. I'm not sure who she is.
It's a woman with 6 followers. It's not our
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
Yeah. 'Cause
That is our Prime Minister.
Theresa May.
Do you feel that Theresa May needs to stay on the right side of Trump? But don't we need someone to trade with after Brexit?
Oh, we've got loads of people.
Okay.
We're going to re-establish our close ties with the Philippines.
Yeah. We've got a big deal coming up with Narnia.
All we've got to do is find the right wardrobe. That's what we've always said.
But on the subject of Brexit, it looks like the Brexit bill will be 50 billion euros. Is everyone happy about that? Is this what people voted for?
They were told a year ago that it would be 50 billion. And Boris said, no, we're not going to pay a penny. That's a clue when he says that.
And it's true, we're not going to pay a penny.
And that they can go and whistle, which they then whistled, and we came running and gave them a cheque for 50 billion.
So wait, this is 50 billion pounds or euros?
About the same thing.
Because what I mean,
And if you work that out, I mean, it's a tiny price to pay.
That's like 3 bottles of coconut water from Waitrose. It was always going to be 50 billion. Everyone knew. They could have just paid it immediately, but weren't allowed to because it looked bad. Just think, look, don't do Article 50 because you give yourself all the time in the world you can negotiate. Get the legal stuff out of the way, get that done, and then you start negotiating. That's how to negotiate. There's absolutely no reason why you can't have a successful Brexit, but not the way they're doing it.
You're wasted in television.
yeah.
I often am, yeah. I often am.
Theresa May will hope her final offer on payment will show sufficient progress has been made for EU to begin trade talks. But what might scupper this plan?
This is the next problem, is the Irish border. But they'll come to some sort of compromise. We're very good at that.
Perhaps they'll build a wall and make Bono pay for it. Even cheaper, just get Jedward to stand there.
We'll all be microchipped soon. My cat has a microchip so that the cat flap only opens for him.
You suggested we microchip the entire population of Northern Ireland.
I'm not suggesting it, I'm saying it's coming. Back to Trump. What is Donald Trump doing to celebrate Christmas?
Is this the awful, ugly Christmas decorations?
I mean, Melania thinks they're very beautiful. Oh no, me, Melania, #1 lady of USA. Yeah, she's helping to get ready for Christmas. But some people say she's not quite captured the festive spirit. Let's have a look. I mean, if a child drew that in crayon,
Yes.
you would take them straight into care.
We should do a Kickstarter to go and save her, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Helicopter her out.
The whole thing. We don't have a clip of it, but there were ballerinas just dancing for her as she stood there. I mean, if it were any more Freudian, she'd just be in a withered chair in the corner, just rocking back and forth. Just her face, it just, you know that contractually obliged hand job is around the corner.
That's probably the best way to do it when you're around the corner.
Shall we move away from this troubling subject?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll step away.
Okay, someone has genuinely made and sells this online.
From the trees rose a resounding voice. I fear nothing. I come when the trumpet sounds. I am the storm, the great American grizzly. Introducing the original Trumpy Bear, the fearless, super plush American grizzly. Trumpy Bear was born June 14th, Flag Day. Just find the secret zipper and pull out the American flag-themed blanket.
God bless America, and God bless Trumpy Bear.
You know, it's nothing like making you feel like a patriot as you pull your country's flag out of a bear's arse. Does it every time for me.
You could hide a gun back there.
It's always about hiding guns.
It's that amendment, the right of bears to be armed.
Yeah.
Very good.
I would really like one of those bears. I'm going to go on record as saying it because it's before Christmas and there'll be people at home thinking what to get me.
You're going to get 75 of those bears now.
I would kind of love one.
What would you do with a Trumpy bear?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably impeach it.
This is Donald Trump, who has somehow managed to tweet something even more stupid and offensive than his own thoughts. Despite the current furor, President Trump... Oh, wait, no. Despite the current furor, President Trump is still...
That's the best Freudian slip.
I read it wrong. Despite the current furor, President Trump is still scheduled to make a transatlantic trip next year. He'll visit Britain first, then the EDL, finishing off with the BNP. And so, to round 2, the picture spin quiz. Fingers on buzzers, teams. Desiree?
This is this really old dumb guy who wants to, like, go in a rocket.
Richard Branson.
Yes, but I mean, even Branson knows that the world is round, and this guy doesn't.
It does say research flat Earth, so you're saying he thinks the Earth is flat and he's built a rocket to
To
prove
research it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, this is the news. We'll have to wait a little bit longer to know for sure if the Earth is round or flat, after an important experiment was postponed. Who was behind the mission?
His name's like Mad Max or something, but like not. It's something like that, like Mad
Mike.
Mike. There you go.
Yes. What has Mad Mike been up to in his garage recently?
Presumably you've been building a rocket.
Yeah.
But is that not the answer we were looking for?
That's the answer.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
He has been building a steam-powered rocket from scrap metal.
Steam-powered?
Yes.
He was meant to launch the rocket with him in it last Saturday, but why didn't it go to plan?
He's been
No, he
sectioned.
The California Bureau of Land Management did not give him the right permits. Mike told YouTube, they would not allow me to do the event, at least not at that location. Plus, when we were ready to leave, the motorhome/rocket launcher broke down in the driveway. I mean, I hate to say it, I am starting to lose confidence in Mad Mike. How has tech genius Elon Musk got into a debate with the Flat Earth Society?
My son was telling me the other day that the Flat Earth Society had a tweet saying, we're proud to have members around the globe.
Yes.
They do.
No, I think Elon Musk tweeted, he said, explain to me, Flat Earth Society, why Mars isn't flat.
Yes, Elon Musk said, why is there no Flat Mars Society? To which the Flat Earth Society replied, hi, Elon, thanks for the question. Unlike the Earth, Mars has been observed to be round. We hope you have a fantastic day. Meanwhile, who was recently discovered to have been using witchcraft in modern Britain, and what for?
Oh, the water authorities.
Yeah.
There was a story last week about sort of like 9 out of 11 water authorities still use dowsing rods to try and find water underground. And these are the people who are experts in searching for water, so presumably they're getting some kind of results, otherwise they wouldn't bother.
Some people have an explanation. Some scientists say the rods are made to move by subconscious movement of the hand called the idiometer effect.
Oh, that's how Trump tweets as well.
So it's just like a water Ouija board.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a Ouija board.
Oh, okay.
It explains Ouija boards and why 5 million people still watch The One Show.
Don't start having a go at the One Show. Come on.
I know.
You're better than that.
We appeared in it together,
Oh,
and
we
it was
did,
a
didn't we?
magical evening.
Yeah, with Seal, and someone came on just before Seal and said, Seal doesn't shake hands. Seal doesn't shake hands.
It was like this.
Who's Seal?
Seal is the
You usually know him by his first two names, Lord Privy.
Yes, I'm with you now.
Not every UK company employs water diviners. A spokesman for Anglia Water said, we don't use dowsing rods, but we do use our listening sticks. Though it turns out that's what they call telephones. Time Time now for the odd one out round. Just one between you this week, so fingers on buzzers. Your four are the BBC's news bulletin from the 18th of April, 1930, the 6'5" Joy Fay giant teddy bear, the middle of the world monument in Ecuador, and Charles the Bald. Paul and Desiree.
Sorry about that. What's your name? Ian. I've got a feeling that just looking at this thing from April 1930, the BBC, wasn't there one day in the history of the BBC where they said there is no news today?
Oh, and they said, yeah, listen to some music.
Yes,
I think they
yes.
said.
Is that the one?
That is part of it.
So that's something that the news broadcast wasn't. Charles the Bald, presumably, wasn't bald.
A lot of people are called bald who aren't at all.
Just move your head a minute, the light's shining right in my eyes.
That's probably not the actual middle of the earth.
No, that's probably not the middle of the earth either, but it's the
Yeah.
most
No, it's in
convenient
Ecuador.
place because it was near where they made the bricks.
Charles the Bald is who they named the airport after in Paris, isn't it?
They claim that to be the biggest teddy bear in the world, but it probably isn't. So it's about things that claim to be what they are but aren't.
The teddy bear is the biggest teddy bear.
Yeah.
Is the teddy bear the odd one out? You see, what 6'5" teddy bear is my Tinder profile. It's the only one that fits that.
Are you 6'5" exactly, like
No,
the
I'm
bear?
6'7", so it doesn't work at all.
None of them are as described except for the 6'5" Joy Fay giant teddy bear. But how did the giant bear catch people unaware?
Richard Osman hopped out of it. I'm here for our date.
This thing is 2 inches too small. That's what she said. Here's the promo shot of the normal bear, and here's what customers got.
He's had a rough night, isn't he?
That is literally me after a bottle of Baileys.
Who was this bear originally aimed at? Which target market?
Men who want to have sex with bears.
Very close.
Women who want to have sex
Yeah.
with bears. Bears that want to have sex with bears.
That's just bears, isn't it?
That is bears.
It was originally a Valentine's gift that was kind of a replacement for a boyfriend. Well, none of them are as described, except for the 6'5" Joy Fay giant teddy bear. On the 18th of April, 1930, a BBC radio announcer actually said there is no news. A day when literally nothing happened. Welcome to Canada every single day. Time now for the Missing Words Round, which this week features as its guest publication, Pathetic Motorways. It's quite a middle-of-the-road publication. And we start with Radio 3 listeners in for a shock as what to perform Christmas Carol?
It's Alexander Armstrong.
You'd love that, wouldn't you, Richard?
I'm a big fan of his music and his voice.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Got a lovely...
It is inexplicably a cement mixer. The mixer is a favorite instrument of experimental musician Jean-Hervé Perron. Let's see him churning out one of his greatest hits.
Has it been tuned?
That was God Rest You Merry Cementalman.
Next, what, possibly the most boring journey could you ever make?
Traveling in a rocket to figure out if the world's flat or not.
Staplehurst to Charing Cross, 6:52.
Yeah, it's got to be a motorway one,
It's a
isn't
motorway.
it? The M6 to the M7.
You're right with M.
One.
It's the trip down the M180.
Oh, we'd have been here a long time.
This is the M180, which is largely in Lincolnshire, though the westernmost end pops over the Yorkshire border for a quick hello, only to hear the traditional Yorkshire response, "Start off back to Lincolnshire." Finally, anger after...
Is that how they talk in Yorkshire?
Well, I can't do the act like... Oh no, I live in Yorkshire.
No, I think you're mixing up with sex offenders.
Just be lucky that I don't have a Canadian one. I really don't, because those are bad. I'll do the rest of the show in Canadian.
Okay, fair enough.
Anger after woman is told she can't what on...
That's a Yorkshire accent. That's Yorkshire. Okay, let's go back to what it was. Yeah, go
Okay.
on.
Anger after woman is told she can't what on EasyJet flight from Newcastle Airport.
Is it Take a Dump on Sunderland? Imagine that.
It is anger after woman is told she cannot take peas pudding on EasyJet flight. Here's Helen Hook with the offending item.
Oh, she should be allowed to take that on board.
What is it? Like a Geordie hummus?
I know it's made with high explosive. I know that. That's the only thing I know.
She's very upset about it, though.
Look how upset she is.
Yeah.
She's like, I've got a shot glass of Geordie hummus and I...
I was going to dump this all over Sunderland.
That's the one accent that's my favorite that I also can't do. I'm going to learn it one day.
About the hardest one, the Geordie accent.
I can go, hey, yeah. Hey, it's me, Cheryl Cole. The nation's sweetheart.
One way of doing it is to be able to mention 2 Walt Disney characters, Mickey Mouse and Pluto.
Or if you're into wrestling, you can do Mick McManus and Kendo Nagasaki.
Yeah.
And is that why they can't eat solid food? Because they have like a...
Very tight up here.
So, the final scores are Paul and Desiree have 7, Ian and Richard have 5. But before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
It's the government's new affordable housing.
I can't wait for our giant teddy bear to turn up.
That is literally a picture of me and my partner.
You're like Great Dane crossed with Stephen Hawking, you know?
That must have been a hell of a romance.
No, but just like really like long and lean, but really clever as well.
Yeah.
Is it time for the rest of us to go?
I thought that was a nice thing to say.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll think of a dog and a scientist who you'll like, and we'll see if that's fun. You're like Marie Curie and a miniature schnauzer.
And I leave you with news that in Myanmar, after a personal audience with Aung San Suu Kyi, Pope Francis insists she listened carefully to all his criticisms. In the middle of a recording of Pointless, an opportunistic thief makes off with Richard Osman's bicycle.
I'd like to see a Great Dane ride in that.